So imagine you're lost in the wilderness. You only have a sip left in your water bottle, no gear, no equipment. How are you going to meet your body's needs for water over the next couple days? Well, keep watching because that's exactly what I'm going to cover in today's video. Purification tablets, water filters, and the like are amazing survival tools. However, unfortunately, when we typically need them most, we don't have them on us. Let's face it, you don't typically intend to get lost and end up in a survival situation. You just do. It happens, you're there, and you have to play the hand you're dealt. And dehydration is one of the more dominant threats in a survival situation. Our body literally runs on water. It is a must have for survival. Fortunately, in 1984, Professor Acra of the American University in Beirut decided to tackle this problem. Rather than working from a wilderness survival angle, he was dedicated to solving the clean drinking problem for underdeveloped cultures around the world. In order to tackle this, he had to find a way to treat water in the most simplest of means, and that's exactly what he did. Professor Acra discovered that the sunlight actually disinfects water. Simply exposing water to the sunlight for a set amount of time kills the microorganisms in it and makes the water safe to drink. After he was convinced of his findings, he presented this idea to UNICEF. Over some time and vast trials and experiments by other scientists, they as well deemed that it was absolutely an accurate finding, and it began to start promoting this around the world, bringing clean drinking water to other areas that had not typically had it. So what is it? The method I'm talking about is called SODIS. That stands for solar disinfection. And you really cannot get any simpler or more basic of a method. All you need is the sun, a bottle, and a little bit of time. However, don't run off just yet and try. There's a few things you need to know to actually do this correctly. First off, let's talk about the bottle. Unlike our politicians, it needs to be clear and transparent. This allows the sun to penetrate, killing the microorganisms. You can use glass or plastic as long as it meets those two criteria. So finally, let's talk duration. On a clear, sunny day, it takes about 6 hours for this method to work. So obviously, if it's cloudier, you're going to take a little bit longer, and you want to err on the side of caution. Another thing to consider is the clarity of the water. Clearer water works better. This is likely because the sediment and the foggier that the water is, the less sunlight penetration it's going to get. So try and select water with less turbidity. In the event that you have nothing other than the water bottle, like we mentioned earlier, then simply maybe put your shirt over the top of the water bottle, submerge it in the water, and that'll help to strain and filter that out some, giving you a little better shot and a little faster solar disinfection. And there you have it. That's SODIS. One more survival tool that you can add to your kit that could possibly save your life in a critical situation.